Good morning.
Let's do it one more time.
I, Kabala, David Harris, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God.
So help me God.
You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. Yep. Let's talk about packing the court. Let's talk about that. Yeah, I'm about to. $400,000 a year. Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
It'd be important if you said the truth.
It's a total fabrication.
If you don't mind letting me finish, we can then have a conversation.
Who the hell are you, man?
Oh, did you see the one Elon just played of did you see the one of
Kamala Harris, yeah.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
I may not know the first thing about running the country, but remember, that's a good thing if you're a deep state puppet.
And do you see what Gavin Newsom said to him?
No.
Pull that post up, Jamie. Gavin Newsom said that you shouldn't be posting this, that we're going to make it illegal, and I'm going to sign a law. And he said, Professor, suck on these nuts.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Elon said that to Gavin Newsom?
Yes, he did. I checked with renowned world authority, Professor Suck on these nuts, and he said parody is legal in America.
Oh my God.
This in our pants yet?
There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
Go fuck yourself.
Fuck them.
Is somebody gonna try to blackmail me with advertising? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Fuck them.
Go fuck yourself. Is that clear? Hey, Bob. Actually, what this advertising boycott is going to do is it's going to kill the company. And the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company. And we will document it in great detail. Let's see how Earth responds. And it'll be gone because of an advertising boycott. The judge is the public.
And you think that the public is going to say that Disney is making a mistake?
Yes.
And they're going to boycott Disney?
They already are. Is this coming across? Let the chips fall where they may. Go fuck yourself.
Fuck them.
Is somebody going to try to blackmail me with advertising? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Fuck them.
Go fuck yourself. Is that clear? Hey, Bob. I'm sorry for that Twitter post. It was foolish of me. Of the 30,000, it might be literally the worst and dumbest tweet post that I've ever done. And what I see all over the place is people care about looking good while doing evil. Fuck them. Okay? Fuck them. Fuck them. Okay? Fuck them. Go fuck yourself. Fuck them. Is somebody gonna try to blackmail me with advertising? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Fuck them. Go fuck yourself.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
Just because you legally possess a gun in the sanctity of your locked home doesn't mean that we're not going to walk into that home and check to see if you're being responsible.
Wow. What? Bro, what are you talking about?
Your faith. My Glock 9mm.
I think because I'm not afraid to die.
Good.
Because I'm not afraid to kill you. If you drop your gun now, I promise I won't kill you.
Who do you think I look like? Dirty Harry?
Who is Dirty Harry?
Because there are are people in Washington, D.C., supposed leaders, who have failed to have the courage to reject a false choice, which suggests you're either in favor of the Second Amendment or you want to take everyone's guns away. Supposed leaders in Washington, D.C., who have failed to have the courage to recognize, you know what, you want to go hunting, that's fine. But we need reasonable gun safety laws in this country, starting with universal background checks and a renewal of the assault weapon ban.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
The horrible stuff was when she was threatening single moms with jail time.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine you're just barely staying above water as a single mom, and you got to literally make your fucking children terrified that you're going to go to jail. And she was laughing about how that's how she got people to go to jail. That's how she got people to go to school.
And that's the thing, is that I don't think she actually cared. I think this was her means to further her political career.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
Not even Oprah's buying this one.
I'm a gun owner, Tim. How did I know that? If somebody breaks in my house, they're getting shot.
Yes, I hear that. I hear that.
Probably should not have said that. But my staff will deal with that later. Because you legally possess a gun in the sanctity of your locked home doesn't mean that we're not going to walk into that home and check to see if you're being responsible.
Wow. What? Bro, what are you talking about?
So help me God.
So help me God.
You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
But they have failed to have the courage to act. So Ben, here's my response to you. Upon being elected, I will give the United States Congress 100 days to get their act together and have the courage to pass reasonable gun safety laws. And if they fail to do it, then I will take executive action. And specifically what I will do is put in place a requirement that for anyone who sells more than 5 guns a year, they are required to do background checks when they sell those guns.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
Did you see the Amazon Alexa when they asked Alexa?
Alexa, why should I vote for Donald Trump?
We cannot provide content that promotes a specific political party or a specific candidate.
Alexa, why should I vote for Kamala Harris?
There are many reasons to vote for Kamala Harris. She is a strong candidate with a proven track record of accomplishment.
It's great. CPU is a neural net processor, a running computer.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
I will require that for any gun dealer that breaks the law, the ATF take their license. And by the way, ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Well, the ATF has been doing a lot of the A and the T, but not much of the F. And we need to fix that.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
Because none of us have been sleeping over the last 2 years. Part of what has happened under the current administration is they took fugitives off the list of prohibited people. I put them back on the list, meaning that fugitives from justice should not be able to purchase a handgun or any kind of weapon. So that's what I do.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened. It's false. No way. Not this time.
This is crazy. I'm going to read for you, in case you missed it, I'm going to read for you what Vice President Kamala Harris said. Quote, just because you legally possess a gun in the sanctity of your locked home doesn't mean that we're not going to walk into that home and check to see if you're being responsible. There are so many layers of problems in that statement, a profound misunderstanding, or perhaps just an outright denial of the Fourth Amendment, the Second Amendment, and the Constitution. And it goes so deep that we actually wind up running afoul of another document called the Magna Carta.
It's false. No way. Not this time.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
It, I believe, defies common sense and the Constitution of the United States. I was in Buffalo. I attended one of the funerals. We have seen the massacre of 19 babies and their teachers in Uvalde. We can go on down the list about why it yet again is on the front pages, so to speak, of the concern of the American people about what we can and what we have a responsibility to do in terms of reasonable gun safety laws. And it is for that reason that I believe that the Supreme Court's decision today defies logic in terms of what we know we are capable of doing with reasonable gun safety laws to secure the safety and the well-being of the people of our nation.
So help me God.
So help me God.
It's false. No way. Not this time. Pure fiction. It's false. It's a total fabrication. We created it. You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
And frankly, my staff went bananas. They were very concerned because we didn't know at the time whether I was going to have an opponent in my re-election race. But I said, look, I'm done. This is a serious issue, and I've got a little political capital, and I'm going to spend some of it. And this is what we did. We recognized that in that initiative, as a prosecutor and law enforcement, I have a huge stick. The school district has got a carrot. Let's work in tandem around our collective objective and goal, which is to get those kids in school. So, to that end, on my letterhead, now let me tell you something about my letterhead. When you're the DA of a major city in this country, usually the job comes with a badge. And there is often an artistic rendering of said badge on your stationery. So, I sent a letter out on my letterhead to every parent in the school district, outlining the connection that was statistically proven between elementary school truancy, high school dropouts, who will become a victim of crime, and who will become a perpetrator of crime. We sent it out to everyone. A friend of mine actually called me and he said, Kamala, my wife got the letter. She freaked out. She brought all the kids into the living room, held up the letter, said, if you don't go to school, Kamala's gonna put you and me in jail.
So help me God.
So help me God.
It's false. No way. Not this time. Pure fiction. It's false. It's a total fabrication. We created it. You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
You know, it's funny how she claims that there wasn't a border issue before, but now she's running on fixing the border issue? Interesting.
Would you call the border secure?
The border is secure.
You're confident this border is secure?
We have a secure border.
After decades in law enforcement, I know the importance of safety and security, especially at our border. As president, I will bring back the bipartisan border security bill that he killed, and I will sign it into law.
So help me God.
So help me God.
It's false. No way. Not this time. Pure fiction. It's false. It's a total fabrication. We created it.
Don't bullshit, man. Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
Bullshit! You said us out! It's all bullshit! All of it!
You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
Pick up your palette knife and then work that into you. Give you a meat a good old rub. That's it. Nice and hot. Hot and spicy heat. Yeah, boy. That's it. Lovely.
So for any drug where they fail to play by our rules, and if that drug came about because of federal funding for what's called R&D, research and development, I will snatch their patent so that we will take over. And yes, we can do that. Yes, we can do that. Yes, we can do that. It's the question is, do you have the will to do it? I have the will to do it.
That's socialism, is it not? In action, conservatives quick to react to this. Filmmaker Eric Abernathy called Harris a dictator, saying, quote, the party frightened about the threat to your democracy is nominating a wannabe tyrant. Meanwhile, Texas Governor Greg Abbott put it more succinctly by saying this. Well, this is crazy. If you right.
So help me God.
So help me God.
It's false. No way. Not this time. Pure fiction. It's false. It's a total fabrication. We created it.
Don't bullshit me. Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
Bullshit! You said it's all bullshit! All of it.
You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
You pick up your palette knife and then work that into meat. Give your meat a good old rub. That's it. Nice and hot. Hotter than spicy meat. Yeah, boy. That's it. Lovely.
What does it take to change the essence of a man? I'm afraid to die. Good. Because I'm not afraid to kill you.
What's your name?
Kill me.
Give me your hand!
I have had enough of you!
Ready, John?
Dead.
Terminated.
I think that it's unfortunate that we have someone on the stage who is attempting to be the Democratic nominee for President of the United States, who during the Obama administration spent 4 years full-time on Fox News criticizing President Obama, who has spent full-time criticizing people on this stage as affiliated with the Democratic Party. When Donald Trump was elected, not even sworn in, buddied up to Steve Bannon to get a meeting with Donald Trump in the Trump Tower, fails to call a war criminal by what he is as a war criminal, and then spends full time during the course of this campaign, again, criticizing the Democratic Party. What we need on the stage in November is someone who has the ability to win. And by that, we need someone on that stage who has the ability to go toe-to-toe with Donald Trump, and someone who has the ability to rebuild the Obama coalition and bring the party and the nation together. I believe I am that candidate.
Thank you, Senator. Congresswoman Gabbard, I'll give you a chance to respond.
What Senator Harris is doing is unfortunately continuing to traffic in lies and smears and innuendos because she cannot challenge establish the substance of the argument that I'm making, the leadership and the change that I'm seeking to bring in our foreign policy, which only makes me guess that she will, as president, continue the status quo, continue the Bush-Clinton-Trump foreign policy of regime change wars, which is deeply destructive. This is personal to me because I served in Iraq. I left my seat in the state legislature in Hawaii, volunteered to deploy to Iraq, where I served in a medical unit where every single day I saw the terribly high human cost of war. I take very seriously the responsibility that the president has to serve as commander-in-chief, to lead our armed forces, and to make sure always, no, I'm not going to put party interests first. I will put the interests of the American people
Congresswoman. I want
above all
to briefly give Senator Harris a final second to respond.
I believe that what our nation needs right now is a nominee who can speak to all people. I spent my entire career standing mostly in a courtroom speaking 5 words, Kamala Harris for the people. And it was about all the people, regardless of their race, regardless of their gender, regardless of where they live geographically, regardless of the party with which they're registered to vote or the language their grandmother speaks. We need someone on this debate stage in November who has the ability to unify the country and to win the election. And I believe, again, I am that candidate.
And it is because of my love for our country, and specifically because of the leadership that President Trump has brought to transform the Republican Party and bring it back to the party of the people and the party of peace, that I'm proud to stand here with you today, President Trump, and announce that I'm joining the Republican Party. The party of equality, the party that was founded to fight against and end slavery in this country. It is the party of common sense and the party that is led by a president who has the courage and strength to fight for peace.
Elon Musk sat down with Tucker Carlson for a wide-ranging conversation. He's gone all in on Donald Trump, even showing up to stump for him this weekend in Butler, Pennsylvania, the site of the first assassination attempt against the GOP candidate. Now, one of Musk's comments has landed hard. Let's listen.
Which is like nobody's even bothering to try to kill Kamala because it's pointless. What do you achieve? Nothing.
No, it's totally
just find
right.
another puppet.
Exactly. That's
It's no point in
it's deep and true, though.
Nobody's trying to kill Joe Biden.
It's
It would be pointless.
Totally.
They also talked about the Jeffrey Epstein client list.
I mean, they've put like, whatever, 500 or 600 January 6 protesters in prison, and not one person on the Epstein client list.
Will that ever come out, do you think?
You know, I think part of why Kamala's getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public. Yes. And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Saw you sighing.
The world's richest man. Does he know that Donald Trump might be on that client list? Has he seen those photos? Those aren't doctored photos. I mean, this is wild. I mean, this man is so down a dark rabbit hole. Like, he's in the depths of the internet. He is
Elon?
Yeah. If he weren't a billionaire, he probably would have stormed the Capitol himself, but he doesn't want to be in the crowd with people and actually, like, get physically involved. I mean,
You don't think there's anything to the idea that wealthy or politically connected people are hoping the Epstein client list is not public, and that there could be complicity with top law enforcement or political aspects of law enforcement? The prosecution of Epstein in the first place, the initial one was later by a Trump appointee, was handled very softly and he had all these connections to the Virgin Islands and to Stacey Plaskett and to Bill Gates and the Clintons and Trump. Yes, traveled on was years and years and years ago. Bank of America, very complicit with Epstein from all the emails that were released showing a warm relationship with him after the initial conviction for sex-related crimes. At least with Trump and even Bill Clinton, that was all from before. There's some plausible deniability to knowing what he was. There's no plausible deniability after he's already been arrested and prosecuted for sex crimes, and Bill Gates and Bank of America and the Virgin Islands still tried to have a relationship with him at that point.
I completely agree with you, and I think the way that you framed it is a very responsible way of framing this, because it was based on reporting. I mean, the first time that Epstein was prosecuted, there was a great Southern Florida reporter who relentlessly did the work on Epstein, and he got convicted, and even after that, they still protected him. I mean, it is a protection racket in a sense that there's obviously a lot of different assumptions as to what Epstein was doing and Ghislaine Maxwell were doing, and there are endless podcasts that dig into their relationships, and Ghislaine Maxwell's father who mysteriously died on a boat that was named after her. Yeah, it's questionable, and clearly they were warming up to the rich and the powerful and potentially, holding information on them, on whether it was his island in the Caribbean or his home in New Mexico, that huge sprawling estate, or on the Orient Express, where he would travel across the world with people like Donald Trump and Bill Clinton. But also part of that racket is, just like Puff Daddy, Diddy, whatever, he was a legitimate producer, and he had legitimate relationships in the music industry, and there were normal hour business operations, and then there were after hour business operations. So it is kind of a question of, well, okay, was Bill Gates involved in anything, or was he just going to one of these conferences that Epstein would put on, where a bunch of other rich and powerful people were? I think it would be very interesting. I would love for that to break open, but I don't think Elon Musk's conspiracy that Kamala's in on covering it up, more so even than Donald Trump, get real. And let's not forget what he said about Kamala Harris. Nobody wants to. I don't even want to repeat that. I don't even want to repeat that. That's
so. But it is for all of the Democratic and mainstream media and liberal progressive people bemoaning the supposed violent rhetoric or hateful rhetoric or incendiary rhetoric that they say is coming out of the right. It is true that the victim of attempted political violence lately has been Donald Trump.
Totally.
Not Kamala Harris or Joe Biden, not top Democrats. Thank God.
They also have extra security. I mean, they get death threats every single day.
Maybe Donald Trump should have extra security too. I don't know.
I mean, they've upped it. Okay. So
after the first time, after the second time, they've actually upped it.
This is a bipartisan issue. You saw that hearing.
So that one guy said, he's at a golf course. What do you want us to do? I don't know. He's not the president. I don't know. Provide the same level of security as he is the former president running again. It's an unprecedented situation.
Right.
You should provide him with adequate security.
And it's showing the flaws in the Secret Service, which has been reported in the past that the Secret Service relies heavily on local law enforcement, and not every, local law enforcement is, as we've seen over the years, is really up to par. And imagine what happens when they go overseas. How do they interact with different governments and who have different, goals? This is really a difficult situation, and it has bipartisan support. That hearing, I mean, AOC eviscerated the Secret Service as much as the right wing eviscerated the Secret Service. But it's not responsible speech for a CEO. For Elon Musk to say that, even Tucker Carlson felt a little uncomfortable. He was like, whoa, that's like a line you don't cross.
Yeah, the phrasing was unfortunate because, and also it's not out of the realm of question. Someone could try to assassinate her or Biden or something. No, I don't think he was asking for it. I think what he was saying, and I don't agree with how he said it, but what he was saying is that Kamala Harris is she's just a generic. We don't know what she stands for, her philosophy is. If she was replaced by one of the other leading Democratic candidates, there would be no change in philosophy or policy, or she's just a generic D, right? What is she? She doesn't. I don't know if she's. I don't think she stands for progressive values. Maybe she secretly does. She has undone all of them, but she's pretty indistinguishable. She has no philosophy or ideology of her own. She's just purely a political operator.
Instead of saying, well, if they X her.
I mean, the way Elon
and he
Musk.
also said that about Biden, by the way.
Well, yeah, the way Elon Musk and the right views Donald Trump is that he is a unique political actor who is not replaceable.
I agree.
Generic Republican, right? Democrats feel that.
I agree. He's an authoritarian, once in a lifetime psychopath.
But people who are from the favorable to Donald Trump perspective are think he's so at risk because he represents a challenge to the status quo, to the establishment, to the vast federal bureaucracy, to the deep state, to the bipartisan foreign policy, to all sorts of things. And so he is vulnerable because if you take him out, that vision will not be executed by any other Republican or any other political figure whatsoever. Whereas if you took out Biden or Harris, it would just be continuity. And there is something to that.
That is an argument.
And you can, even from a negative anti-Trump view, such as your own, there is something to that.
That is an argument, and that is a great argument to have. That is not what Elon Musk said, and this is the problem with Elon Musk and his circle of advisors around him and his yes men, is that no one ever tells him what to say and how to say it. Maybe that doesn't sound good, and he doesn't really read the room well.
There's something good about that.
He doesn't read the room well. No, I mean, you shouldn't just say every thought in your head. We're human.
Well, yeah,
we have empathy and tone deaf.
Mindlessly recite talking points from people trying to keep you safe.
That's not what I said. Someone could say to him, hey, Elon, you sound like a moron right now, and it actually is going to hurt your bottom line. And you're actually not helping Donald Trump when you say these things. If you're going to be the king, that's the surrogate. Even Tucker Carlson was like, ooh, I don't know how I want to handle that. And I know Tucker. He just pulled back on anything.
All right, tell us what you think. More Rising right after this.